Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Southern Santa Piper. I'm Kenny, and today I'm smoking one of my Ashtons, filled with Peretti's 432. Been on a kick of this lately. And today, what I want to talk about are expensive pipes worth it over more inexpensive pipes? Well, let me just say that I believe so. I own lots of pipes. Most of my pipes are in that mid range. Even my merchant service pipes, those are a production pipe. And they usually range in price between $120 to $175 top end, which I know might be a lot for some of you who buy more inexpensive pipes like Morgan Bones, etc. But I tend to find that pipes over that $100 mark, between $100 and $200 mark, tends to be a really decent quality pipe. And then I tend to find pipes that are over $300 plus tend to be outstanding pipes. And a perfect example of this is Ashton. I don't own a lot of Ashton pipes, about 7 of them. And my Ashtons probably smoke better than even my Dunhills do. And I also have a few artisan made pipes. And again, I would put my Ashtons up there with just about any pipe builder out there. I tend to like the fit, the finish, the quality of their stems, the way that they are drilled. There's just a lot of little quality differences that go into the production of a well-made pipe, and especially handmade pipe like an Ashton over a production pipe. For comparison, I'll use Peterson for an example. Peterson, I've got several Petersons, and they are hit or miss on how well they smoke. Quality in the last few years seems to have gone down considerably than it did back in the 80s when I first started smoking a pipe. And I've noticed much tighter draws on today's examples from Peterson. And fit and finish just nearly isn't as good as what they used to be. I know that there's lots of Savinelli fans out there. I've never had luck with Savinelli, and I've got some Punta Oros. And again, I find their draws to be restrictive. I don't find their finish as good as on many of my English built pipes. I am a big fan of English pipes, always have been. I like the traditional English shapes. I generally like the blast on English pipes. By Ashton, I have both Jimmy Craig pipes as well as pipes by Bill Taylor. And both are exceptional. Both are exceptional. Some would argue that the Bill Taylor pipes have a little bit better blast to them. I would strongly disagree with that. I've got several of the Jimmy Craig pipes that have outstanding sandblasts to them. Blasts that I would put up against any artisan pipe maker that's out there. I would also say that I would put his pipes up against any Bill Taylor pipes by Ashton that are out there. Exceptionally well-made pipes. He's kept on the tradition of Ashton since Bill Taylor has passed away, and he's done a fine job of it. I would recommend for those who want to get into higher-end pipes is to make yourself a budget. Maybe start off in the estate market. I have found many unsmoked Ashtons on eBay and have got some exceptional good deals on unsmoked Ashtons. I've also have bought a few Ashtons that have been previously smoked, but very well maintained. Two of mine I got for under $200, which is exceptional. But again, it's finding that right pipe through the right buyer and getting lucky on a bid. You know, a lot of times I miss out because I set myself a limit and this is as far as I'm going to go, and I may lose by $5 or $10. And those can be extremely disappointing because you're like, oh, I could have spent just a little bit more money and got that pipe. You win some, you lose some. But there's lots of good resources on looking for estate pipes, including smokingpipes.com, as well as eBay, sometimes on Etsy. You know, you've got to know your sellers, make sure that they've got good reviews, make sure they've got a good return policy in case there is a flaw in the pipe. I have got a few pipes with some flaws in them, and unfortunately on at least two of them were from sellers who did not take back returns, and one of them has pretty bad heat damage on the inside of the bowl, little hairline cracks. Now those can be fixed up with a little bit of pipe mud. But that's not the point. It wasn't disclosed during when those pipes were being sold. And in my opinion, those pipes should not have been sold unless those issues were mentioned. What I like about the quality of, let's say, an Ashton, and I'm going to primarily focus on Ashton because that's what I'm smoking today, is that just the overall fit and finish. The fit and finish are exceptional. Tight stems, beautiful vulcanite. This one here is a Cumberland stem. Very good quality briar, very lightweight. I'm not much of a clincher because I wear dentures. So unless I've got a pipe rubber end on one of these, and for slipping my mind what they're called, but unless I have one of those on the end, it tends to be hard for me to grip. But let me light this back up and see how easy this one is. Fairly easy. Because it's so lightweight. So even being a denture wearer, I have no problem keeping this pipe gripped in my mouth for a long period of time if I wanted to. So that makes a big difference to me. The quality of the briar. What I'm looking for is lightweight in a pipe. Now, obviously, if you're looking at, let's say, one of the Ashton larger sizes, the LX, ELX, or a Magnum, you're probably not going to be able to clinch those. You might be able to with an LX, but beyond that, unless you've got bionic jaws, you probably won't be able to. But I'm looking for a lightweight pipe. I am looking for a pipe with exceptional fit and finish. I'm looking for, in the case of sandblast, good sandblast. In the case of smooth, like the Ashton Sovereign line, I'm looking for a pipe that has not only an exceptional finish, but exceptional grain. Preferably straight grain on a smooth finish pipe, but I do like bird's eye as well. Absolutely no fills on a smooth grain pipe. That to me is one of the biggest turnoff, are fills. After the pipe's been smoked for a while, they discolor. You can see where the fill is. They tend to look like a light pink in color. I've noticed those even on some of my premium Italian pipes. So that's why I steer clear personally of most Italian pipes today, because I don't know, it's like their grading system is different than many of the English pipe makers, and they'll allow a flaw to go through, and they may even grade them as a certain grade. Um, but again, that is a huge no-no for me. It's something I don't like. So one of the primary reasons why I would say 85% of my collection are sandblast. That way I don't have to worry about fills or any of the other garbage that's out there as far as flaws in a pipe. I prefer good vulcanite or ebonite. Not that there's a problem with acrylic. I just like the way that it feels. It is easier again for me to grip if it's vulcanite, or as Ashton calls theirs, Ashtonite. So that's important to me. I'm looking for a pipe that has been drilled so it has a nice, easy draw. I don't want a pipe that feels like I am sucking a milkshake through a small straw. No, not for me. And that is kind of the problems with a few of my Petersons. It is like sucking a milkshake through a straw. And definitely not something that I enjoy smoking out of. Besides that, I just like the overall look of something like an Ashton pipe. And it is something that I feel very proud of in my collection. Again, is it worth it? For me, it is definitely worth it. For you, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. Some guys are happy smoking a Morgan's Bones pipe for, $45, $50, and there's nothing wrong with that. I've got a few Morgan's Bones myself. They are very good smokers, exceptionally well made for that price point. But again, you've got to understand what that pipe is. That pipe in the past would have been considered a basket pipe. So sold at a pipe shop, probably for about that same price that they're going for today. $35, $45, maybe $55. So you get what you pay for in briar and fit and finish. Going again to some of our big manufacturers, people like Peterson and Savinelli, those are production pipes. These are not handmade pipes. Yes, Savinelli has handmade pipes, and I believe even Peterson has a line of handmade pipes. But that's not the pipes that most of you all are buying when you're buying a Savinelli or you're buying a Peterson. You're buying a $120, $130, maybe $180 pipe, and those pipes are all production pipes. Even one of my favorite brands that you see on this channel a lot, Merchant Service Pipes. I love those pipes. Love them. Production pipe. But that's one of the reasons that Bing Crosby loved them, is that they were affordable. He could buy them for his friends. They were readily available. Unlike today, Merchant Service Pipes tend to be hard to come by because they sell out so quickly. But they're all machine made. Is there some hand finishing and stuff? Of course, there has to be. Even on a production pipe, there is quite a bit of handwork that needs to be done. But that being said, it is not to the same level of being handmade as obviously a handmade pipe is. So take all of that into consideration on your next pipe purchase. I hope that helps. I also wanted to touch bases a little bit today And not trying to give anybody a sob story, but why I haven't made as many videos in the last bit of time is that I haven't been feeling exactly great in my health department. And um, last Friday, I went to my cardiologist and got some bad news. My heart function is down to 35%. I've got what's known as a low EF, heart failure with a low, I believe it's EF is the ejection factor, plus a whole entire litany of other issues with my heart. If my cardiologist knew I was still smoking a pipe, he would probably give me grief over it. But considering that this is really my only vice, I only occasionally, like a few times a year, have a drink. Is that I need a little bit of enjoyment. I don't smoke more than a bowl a day, and very frequently I don't even smoke a bowl a day. Sometimes I'll go 2 to 3 days without smoking a pipe anymore. That's another reason why you don't see videos like I used to, where I would pump them out daily. So there will be not as many videos being produced as I used to produce, but I will still throw them up on occasion now. Just because I like doing them. I enjoy talking about pipes. And hopefully I can help out some of my fellow pipe smokers out there when it comes to making choices in both pipes and in tobacco. So that is it for now. If you like this video, please hit subscribe and hit that like button as well. And stay smoky, my friends. Keep those pipes lit, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye now.